Our story is going to be about flowers and rain. So, of course, Dylan will start it in 4, 3, 2, 1.
Once upon a time in the town of Lovelyville, they were experiencing the worst drought they had ever seen. It had been 4 months
since the princess had done her rain dance. But for the first time since she was 4 years old, the rain dance had failed. And the peasants were beginning to assemble a revolutionary party. They got their pitchforks, they got their rain sticks, they got their buckets, and they put
everything inside of a circus tent. And they shook all of the buckets and all of the pitchforks, and they danced their heart out. And
the princess became nervous. She went to her mother, the queen, and said, "Oh, mother, how will I ever survive? How will I ascend to the throne? How will I show my people that I am, in fact,
the flower princess, and not just the rain princess? I want to spread my petals and shelter everyone and bring everyone together. I want to potpourri them with beautiful scents. I want to attract the butterflies and make them fly in to create the wind and to create the rains. I want to go ahead and cry tears of joy from the beautiful shapes that I see before me, from everyone dancing." And
that is when her mother, the queen bee, Beyonce herself, said,
You know what you need, Rihanna? You need an umbrella. And so Princess Rihanna took her umbrella, Ella, out into the rain, and she did the most glorious rain dance that anyone had ever seen.
It was then that her father, the angry, evil King Hova, came along and said, "Brush those shoulders off, girl." And she looked at her father and said, "I am not going to be like you. I am not going to be a Rockefeller. I am going to be with my people, of my people." And that is when she saw in the crowd her best elementary school friend, Peony. She walked down the stone steps of the palace. She took from her head her bejeweled crown, and she took from her finger some of her best jewelry, and she said,
"Peony, I can no longer be the flower princess, for I am the good girl gone bad. But you can take over the flower princess title."
Peony jumped at the opportunity and grabbed the crown, but not the rest of the jewelry. She
said, "I don't need all that fancy stuff. People are going to recognize me from the crown alone and from my attitude."
And she tried to do the rain dance. She began to dance. She began to shake and twerk and dance all around. And from the kingdom and the palace, the mean King Hova was watching. And he was like, that woman can shake it. But it did not work. The drops did not fall. And that is when Princess Rihanna said, "Do you like being a princess?" Princess Peony said, "I love being a princess."
And then Princess Rihanna said, "Then you need to pray to the goddess of twerking, Miley Cyrus, that your dance will bring forth the most glorious rain that this town has ever seen."
And Miley Cyrus brought forth with her, came down and joined the queen bee, and joined Princess Rihanna, and brought with her Aretha Franklin from the heavens. And they all looked at Princess Peony as Rihanna held out the one remaining piece of jewelry, the one from her very fingers. And they said, "If you enjoy a princess,
then you should allow Miley Cyrus to lick this jewelry, for everything she licks turns to gold. And so Miley Cyrus licked the jewelry, and it turned to gold, and Princess Peony was able to use that to bring forth the most glorious rain that the town had ever seen.